Charity, how do the skills students learn in Challenge build each year?
Okay, so in Challenge 4, students complete a senior thesis. In that senior thesis, they stand up and defend basically a very large research paper that they write. It's up to 20 pages. Actually, most of my students had to really narrow down so that they didn't write more because they were that fascinated by their subject. Then they stand, they give an abstract, usually from memory or from notes. They then defend that topic, their perspective, their opinion, in front of 3 judges that are from the outside. That's really nerve-wracking. And they don't do that in a vacuum. They don't learn that year. It starts in the obesitarian year, when they stand up and they do their presentation on their favorite levy, right? Mm-hmm. And you work with them on looking up, and you work with them on right? I have plenty
behind your legs.
Maybe there's plenty of stories like that where they eventually are able to get to this place where they're standing up and defending their own research. And that continues through to essentials when they're standing up and sharing their papers in class for snaps or whatever their students, whatever their peers are giving to them. Then Challenge A, they work toward doing a science fair project where they have to stand in front of research and defend their ideas to some judges. And then Challenge B, when they go through mock trial and they have to work as a team to defend their position in front of a judge. And then Challenge 1, where they add a ton of projects, but they're all coming from their interests, all working on both collecting information, analyzing it, and presenting it. They work on Memoria at that time as well, where they are giving long speeches in front of people. There are plenty of opportunities to work on these skills as they go through Challenge 2, Challenge 3. They have a variety of both prepared and unprepared speeches, ways to defend what they think is true. And then they also have the skill of learning humility. This is something we don't talk about much in the older Challenge classrooms. They sit in a class and they have to listen to other people's opinions. And at first they're like waiting for their turn to talk, right? Or they're talking over people, like Justin said earlier. And they eventually learn that that person sitting across from them has an opinion that will add to their own. And they eventually learn to seek out and to value truth, goodness, and beauty over their own opinion. And the only way to get to that is by humbly listening to their neighbor and humbly giving their own opinion or idea as an idea instead of like, this is what I think and this is who I am, and if you reject that, you're rejecting me. They do that way better than we do, right? So I just was at the national commencement that CC holds. 91 students, Justin, is it 91? Stood up and they had written a thank you note to their parents, and it was written as they were walking across the stage to receive their diplomas from their parents. Every single one of them thanked God. Every single one of them thanked their parents. Every single one of them gave glory where it was due.